Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Morning Markets, where we focus in on the key things that are happening in asset markets over the past 24 hours. Today, we'll take a look at the OPEC announcement around their thoughts on the oil market, and we'll also focus in on the Chinese economic data that's come out this morning. So firstly, just looking at asset markets and how they performed yesterday, bit of a reversal of the trend that we've seen over the past number of days with technology. They're the more growth-orientated areas of the market returning to perform well, with the Nasdaq outperforming the broader S&P 500 over the course of the day. Also interesting just to look in below the headline level and see that it wasn't just technology that was performing well yesterday. We did see a good performance from the Russell 2000, the small cap index, and then some of the financial sub-indices as well performing well. So that's something that we've touched on in the past and continues to merit attention. Over the past number of months, we've been discussing the various things that we as a team here at True Potential is influencing market sentiment, and be that around monetary and fiscal support, ongoing data that we receive on infection rates, mortality rates, and vaccine and medical advances in relation to COVID-19. Very much yesterday, it seemed that sentiment was focusing in on the vaccine side of things, with a number of articles in the press and in the financial press in particular discussing where vaccine trials were and how they were progressing. So again, that focused back onto the medical side and how that is moving forward. So turning then to the oil market, we've touched on this several times over the past number of months, and indeed, if we cast our mind back a number of months, we talked about the oil price being negative. What we've seen over the subsequent number of months is an improvement in the oil price as demand has gradually recovered as economies have reopened. But we're still not back to the demand environment that we did see prior to COVID-19, and that was something that was very much clear in OPEC's report yesterday on the oil market when they discussed the demand destruction that has come through this year. Indeed, if we think about in round number terms, the oil market being some 100 million barrels per day, we're looking at something that's in the region of sort of 90 million barrels a day at this point in time, a reduction of some 9 to 10% on an annual basis. OPEC, thinking about that, they don't expect demand to return to pre-COVID levels, even when they look out to 2021. So that gives you an indication as to the slow recovery that's ongoing, but also the some of the transitions that are ongoing within that, and how that is impacting energy demand, and in particular demand for oil. So it'll be interesting over the coming months just to see if there is any further supply responses or adjustments, given that we know there is that ongoing conflict within OPEC between the OPEC members, Russia, and what may be happening in the US in terms of supply coming through there as well. The other thing that we wanted to highlight this morning that we discussed as a team was just looking at some of the economic data that comes out of China. We get a lot of data from China at the beginning of the month, just looking back at what happened in August. And really good to see in this month's data release, when we both look at industrial production and retail sales, both of those showing improvement month on month. Importantly for retail sales, it takes us into a positive retail sales growth year on year for the first time this year, albeit 0.5%, but that's positive growth for the first time in 2020 on a year-on-year basis, and pretty much across most of the subcomponents of retail activity was there positive improvement seen. Again, like we've discussed in developed markets, the proportion of retail sales online continues to increase. I think the number today in China was 25% of that total retail activity took place online over the course of the month, and that continues to actually grow. Industrial production came in good as well, up 5.6% year on year, and that's an acceleration from the level that we saw in July, so improving over 1% month on month. So two encouraging economic data points from China in terms of the continued rate of positive improvement there. That's it for today. Please join us again tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and don't forget to subscribe to the True Potential YouTube channel. If you have any questions or requests for future videos, let us know in the comments.